We are here with Quarterbird. You're watching Conversation Piece TV. A very interesting name. Now, what was your grind before the music industry?
Of my grind before the music industry. Like, I'm an entrepreneur for real. I believe in capitalizing in every situation that's possible. So when you hear Quarterbird, my life is what you hear. And what you hear is the understanding of a person that came out of a negative situation, that balanced my ignorance, with positivity and came out of it. So the streets, like I say, people who know me, people who, who really understand where I came from and understand the concept of a Quarterbird, they would tell you it's drug related. I'm drug related. I did 8.5 years for a drug charge. So like I said, I'm really close to the streets, and the streets has always been close to me. But I had to balance the ignorance with a positive. So therefore, like I said, it's a double meaning when you hear Quarterbird.
Tell me a little bit more about the double meaning and how you can make something positive out of something that other people would may think is destruction to our community. So how can you make that positive?
See, like me, I represent knowledge. So therefore, like I say, that wisest animal in nature that's, in the habitat that people have come to know is the owl. So just like OVO, they use it with Drake and all of them. I wanted to bring more intellect and more, the sense of escape for a person, that don't understand their emotions, that don't understand what they're going through and don't know how to stand and balance it and how to get out of it. So when they hear Quarterbird, I wanted them to see the intellectual part of me, the knowledge and the wisdom I obtained through going through these struggles and through that ignorance and how I came out of it. So the double meaning basically is that owl in me, that knowledge, that story, that when you look in my eyes, you don't only see me, you see your story.
Did you have the knowledge then, or did you gain it after, you feel like?
You know what? I think through every emotion you gain, if you don't lose yourself. So, and a lot of people tend to lose themselves to other people. And that's what music has become. People losing themselves to other people's ignorance and people accepting it. So for me personally, I feel like as long as I never lost myself, then therefore I gained from myself. And understanding myself is what helped me get to the next part in life. So therefore I can be who I want to be in life and not what somebody else thinks I should be.
So how do you feel about Meek Mill calling Drake out about him and his lyrics?
You really don't want my opinion because I really don't like to speak on individuals. But I'm a real street cat, 8.5 years in prison. I don't speak on people. I just silence them with silence. So in any individual that knows the street code and everything that we live by and what we do, real individuals don't talk on real other individuals. We just let them do them. And the fake will come out, you know what I'm saying? And if it don't, then the people that's following them is fake as hell. So it's just what it is. Real gonna recognize real, and fake gonna accept fake, and they gonna recognize fake, and they gonna follow fake. So on that subject alone, hey, homie, it's what it is. Just don't let your girl come around me and we good, you know what I'm saying? Because she might see something that's real, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say.
With your many run-ins with the law, do you feel like ever that your life was in danger or that you were treated unjustly? Like a lot of, tension going on right now in the black community against the police. So did you ever feel like that in any of your instances?
A lot. Like I said, this last charge I kind of, I beat. But I think for me personally, when the law or, the justice system realized that I was smarter than the average, they wanted to push more on me and they wanted to target me as a whole. And I'm probably being targeted right now. They probably stalk my Instagram. But the fact of the matter is, I'm a little bit smarter than the average, and I see how they do it. And I just want to teach my people, not black, not white, as a whole and as a class of individuals, because they put us all in a class, no matter what race you are. And I want to show them how to uplift themselves mentally so therefore they can be a part of their class. It's like when I walk into this hotel, it's like Los Angeles Athletic Club. First thing I do is do you belong here? Well, come on, I did about 6 nights here. So what are you talking about, do I belong here? The fact of the matter is you don't think I belong here because people that look like me don't put themselves here. So therefore now you think I don't belong and you're a worker. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to just uplift people and show them, you know what, put yourself in a different class. Put yourself mentally in a different class and quit putting yourself in a class lower beneath than your potential is. And that's what I've done.
Tell me a little bit about the music. Is it out there now? You got new music you're working on, or what's going on with that?
I got a strong support team. I came from, go on tour with Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know, I know each one of the members. I gained so much knowledge by touring with them guys. My music, they always used to tell me quarter sing, quarter sing, quarter sing. And I was like, I don't want to sing. You know what I'm saying? But they was like, nah, bro, that's you. And it was like, okay, I like to rap and sing and balance the both of them. So once I kind of put that out there, it just went more emotional for me, and now I worked on 2 projects. I did the remix on Tinashe. I did the remix on I Refuse, Boozy Badass, with Rich Homie Quan. Like I say, the fans ate it up. I got a new project, it's about to be released real soon called Echo. It's really heartfelt. It's like me being blunt, straight to the point on how I got into this industry and who helped me and how I feel about individuals that continue to have their hand out asking for something that they didn't earn.
We're on tour with Bone Thugs. They have been in the industry for over 20 years. How do you feel like what do you think an artist has to have that kind of longevity?
Just a lot of creativity, a lot of dedication, a lot of will, a lot of passion out this world, and just understand their love for the music. Because Bone, I know each individual personally, they're unique. Each individual member brings their own uniqueness to the group. Brothers fight, that's just normal. Outside of that, they are really strong-willed individuals. And each one of them are real individuals, and they all have different personalities, but each of them are real. And I think that's what makes them, continue to gain fans and new fans all across the world, and it gets them to continue to help them make great music.
What do you think you picked up from them?
If you see, they used to allow me to be on stage with them, so you'll see me rocking out with Bone on stage, and people are like, oh my God, you're on stage with Bone. Really all 5 members are whoever, you know what I'm saying? And it's dang, who does that, It was them more it's like taking a puppy and saying, come on, get up here with us. So you can understand and feel the energy. So therefore, when you get up here by yourself, this is the same energy you need to generate. If you can't generate this energy, you're doing something wrong. So by being blessed with them guys and, having Jamie Adler in my corner and having Steve right there to just make sure, I was properly guided. And then having Bone's support on being able to just allow me to just learn from them in that aspect and tour with them for so long. I toured with them over 3 years or something like that. So it wasn't just an overnight go with Bone and then learn how to perform. It was more or less you're going to learn. You stay with them until you get it, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, it's great that them guys allowed me to do that, man. And they're great individuals.
So how did you get linked up with them and with such a great team with Steve LaBelle? These people are top notch.
This is the truth. Okay. A long time ago, not long time ago, I met a guy. He was a promoter, and I wanted to do my own shows. So I was like, you know what? I want to do the promoting aspect of it. I have homeboys that can rap. I'm going to let them rap, and I'm just going to be Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I'll sing a couple hooks, I make the beats, and we'll be good. And dude told me he knew a Bone member. So I was like, well, let hit him up. Let's see what happens, see if he'll do a show with me. Lazy was supposed to come do the show, but out of his schedule was kind of tied up. So Crazy said he'll do the show. So Crazy Bone was wonderful. He came down, blessed me. We rocked it out it was crazy. Porsche limousines, everything. I acted a fool. And one day we were in New Mexico, and Jamie would always watch me perform, and they would just watch and watch and watch. And he would tell me Quarter, man, damn, you're great. Damn, you're great. Oh my God. And I was like, you know what? I just need to continue, and maybe somebody will see my passion. And he came to me and he told me, he said, Quarter, 10 states. What you thinking? I was like, are you for real? He's 10 states. He said, let's do it. And at first I kind of hesitated because I was with Lazy and them. I really didn't want to, move forward without allowing him to, at least hear about it first from me and out my mouth. I kind of told him, and we ain't gonna say what happened after that and that aspect of it, but let's make a long story short, I went with the right with the right partner, Jamie Adler, and he took me to the next level.
Is this something that you maybe had thoughts about when you were younger, possibly to get into music, or did this happen like later in life after the prison, after everything happened?
Music has been my passion since I was like 4 years old. Like my mother would tell you, like my dad and all of them, my family have like history of music. I wanted to rap and sing. I was singing before I was rapping in the choir and stuff. So that's where the singing came in. And I used to sing on like jazz instrumentals and stuff because I saw the beats. I used to look for the tapes with the beats on it. And then I ran into the jazz CDs. So I was always into the jazz thing. But it was always my passion. And what I wanted to be when I grew up never changed. It never changed. And music has always been a part of me.
So who are some of your influences? You said jazz and some other people like?
You know what? You'd be surprised what I like. I like Alanis Morissette. I like weird stuff, man. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like Pac. Don't get it twisted. Everybody loves Pac. Everybody loves Biggie. But I listen to alternative music. I love Eminem. Eminem, like, he pushes me. And that's like, you know, outside of that, I love Jay-Z's creativity, you know. His realness, you know, that's what I love about Jay-Z, because I didn't really like Jay-Z at first. He made me like him, you know, and that's why I can appreciate Jay-Z, because he made me like him. Like, damn, I don't like this dude. He's from the East Coast. I love him now. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So when a person makes me like you, like, it's like, oh, okay, this person is really creative and really talented.
What are we going to get from your music?
Personally, you'll gain insight to yourself through me. I've been through a lot in life. Like, when the people really hear my story and understand my story and understand what I've been through, like, my dad was murdered when I was like 14 years old. Like I say, my mom, she had her issues. We're going to talk about that on camera. She'll kill me. You know, she's still living. Like I said, my brother, he's incarcerated right now still for drug, you know, related charges. Once people really in depth listening to the words, they'll understand what I've been through and understand probably what they're going through, and understand there's hope, you know, through what I give, you know. And that's just another way of looking at a situation, so therefore you can come from your situation.
Any message you want to give? Shout out to somebody, anything?
You know what? I want to give a special thanks to Jamie Adler, Echo Hasek, Moses Hill, the whole Echo and staff, you know, just for being so pretty. I'm just playing, but now you are pretty. But outside of that, just Bone Thugs and Harmony, like, as a whole, because without them, just allowing me to just be so comfortable around each one of the members, and just allow me to, you know, come into their world for that moment and learn, because they don't allow a lot of people to do that. I want to thank them, you know, just the whole team, man. Just everybody, Steve LaBelle, just everybody that's always supported me and believed in me and said, you know what, Quarter, it's going to be you at the end of the day. It's going to be you at the end of the day. It ain't going to be nobody else, because that's what Steve looked me in my eyes. He said, nobody can do it for you but you. He said, until you realize it's you and nobody else, you're not going to go further in your career. You're going to be stuck as an opening act. And like they told me, everybody ain't a main act. He said, now, if you want to be a main act, act like one. And that's what I'm doing. And so I thank everybody that just continued to believe in me and gave me this opportunity.
Okay, where can we find you? Instagram, Twitter, all that, website?
You can find me on Twitter, you know, Quarterbird1. You can call me Instagram, Quarterbird1. And I do follow back. I do respond. There's a lot of people that hit me up. I might not get to you right off the back, but if you keep hitting me, I will eventually see it. Hopefully, I hope I see it. And I will try to respond, man. And I know a lot of people will tell you, a lot of people that's already followed me, they'll tell you Quarter Talks. I just can't talk to all of them because there's so many of them. But, you know.
That's what's up. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you, too.